Marshall and I have been connected for probably over 8 years now.
We were at a party in Thailand, just visiting my buddy Ansel, a college friend. I gotta get out of Thailand, man. Like, my visa's expired. I gotta get to Malaysia. I don't know how to do it. I had despair in my voice. You turn around from behind me and go, I'm going to Malaysia tomorrow. Come with me. What are you talking about? And we did. It was crazy.
Every time I get to see you, I'm always so happy to see you because we've been connected through this universe of Asia for so long.
It's a good Chinese word for our relationship. Yan fun is destiny. Like, oh, how do you know John? Yan fun. How'd you?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the NG English Show. My name is John Drummond, or Yang Haoen.
Hi， 大家好，欢迎回到 NG 英文，我是 Stephanie。今天的来宾是位巴西柔术的中代选手跟教练，那他在10号星球的派系下学习的。接下来就让我们来欢迎 Marshall。
I am joined today by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Marshall. Marshall is an incredibly talented Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt competitor and coach, training under the lineage, doesn't that just sound cool? Lineage of the 10th planet. Wow. So everyone, please welcome Marshall.
It's me, I'm here.
He's here. Guys, I just want to start this show by saying that Marshall and I have been connected for probably over 8 years now. And it started when him and my best friend at the time, living in Thailand, knew each other. And we met in Thailand.
You guys are like small town Thailand.
Dude, we were the middle of nowhere Thailand. And we were teaching abroad, you know, just doing that life. Shout out to our buddy Ansel, who's a doctor, a medical doctor. Ansel Jia, medical doctor now in the U.S. And I'm just a podcaster. But we met. Well, can you you just reminded me of the story? Can you share that story?
You didn't even know it at the time.
I don't even remember the story.
So we were at a party in Thailand. I was just visiting my buddy Ansel, a college friend. I got to his village with the name written on a paper. I spoke the name of the village. I don't know if I said it right. She wrote it on a paper. Thai is gibberish. I don't know what it says. She gave it to someone who spoke it to a bus driver. So I'm sitting on a bus for hours. And then at some point, the bus driver's like, get off. I'm sitting in this village. Luckily, 40 minutes later, Ansel pulls up. Next day, we're at a party with you. This is this foreigner party, middle of nowhere, Thailand. I look at my passport and I'm like, I gotta get out of Thailand, man. Like, my visa's expired. I gotta get to Malaysia. I don't know how to do it. I had despair in my voice. You turn around from behind me and go, I'm going to Malaysia tomorrow. Come with me. So in disbelief. I was like, what are you talking about? You're like,
it gives me
staying,
chills.
So where's he staying? This hotel? All right, I'll pick you up. We'll get breakfast. We'll go to Malaysia. And we did. It was crazy.
And that's just the way we roll. And I still do that to this day, so it makes sense. But I had completely forgotten the origin of that story. And wow, it gives me chills because it's so fun. Because we ran into each other casually the other day. And every time I get to see you, I'm always so happy to see you. Because I know that we've been connected through this universe of Asia for so long.
And there's a good Chinese word for our relationship. My tones are not correct, but the word is yan fun.
Yan fun. Okay.
This is destiny.
Destiny. Yan
like,
fun.
oh, how do you know John? Yan fun. How did you guys meet in Thailand? That's crazy. What happened? How did it happen? Yan fun.
Wow. Bro. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you for reminding me of this beautiful story. I'll take that with me. But I was hoping we could share a bit about your incredible journey with jiu-jitsu because it's been, I mean, it is who you are now. And
yeah, it's most of what I do. It's most of what I think about. It's the organizing factor of my life.
The organizing factor of your life. So can you grace our beautiful audience here on NG Ingwen a little bit about, what is the origin story? Who is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Marshall?
Who am I?
Let's go deep. No, just like a high level.
Marshall Stamper. Been training jiu-jitsu for 10 years. I started in college. At the time, I was in San Diego, University of San Diego, party, trying to
So
hang
we've
out.
actually, dude, we've been connected for probably 20 plus years then.
Just being in San Diego.
Yeah, because I mean, I went to San Diego State.
Breathing the same air.
Just breathing the same air. Destined to meet in foreign lands.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere in Thailand. Shout out Tung Song, Nakhon Si Thammarat.
How do you say that?
Tung Song. Tung Song. Yeah, bro. Literally middle of nowhere, guys. Google Tung Song. That's where I used to live and work.
Yeah, you guys are not visiting there.
Yeah. There was 10 foreigners that lived in the whole place.
Alcoholics.
I was sent there for Alcoholics Anonymous.
So anyway, I was in college and just drinking too much, kind of aimless in life. And I went to a jiu-jitsu academy, and what shocked me, man, what really sold me on it, was I'd get there early and sit on the mat, and every single person would come in, notice my presence, and say hello. Compare that to a college party, where you're just kind of in the way, right? You're just kind of competition for guys, and you're kind of invisible to girls. And
that's beautiful.
No one's really like, I'm so glad you're here, man, just for being you. Like, it wasn't happening in my life. Some people can live like that, maybe. I don't know.
Wow, that's beautiful. So that just I see you.
Yeah.
The
hey,
connection.
You're new here. Nice.
Yeah, and then the welcome in.
Yeah.
Welcome into the tribe.
And they wouldn't just do that to me. They do it to every single person in the gym. And this is something that I really try to keep going in my classes. Because not every jiu-jitsu school does this. It's not required. But that one was big on it. And so in my classes, I'm big on it.
I love it. I mean, knowing you pre this time, that was who you were too. You know, you were just such a kind, present person. So I love that you're doing that now.
Marshall 跟 John 的缘分真的非常特别，他们其实已经认识快8年了，而且是在泰国的一个小镇认识的。那因为当时的来宾的签证 Visa 快过期了，所以他必须去马来西亚。没想到在当晚参加派对的时候 ，John 就突然转身过来跟他说，他刚好隔天也要去马来西亚，那不如一起去吧。结果就在前阵子，他们也是偶然的相遇，所以就邀请来宾来上我们的节目啦。那来宾接触巴西柔道已经10年了，他是在大学的时候开始的。当时因为他太爱喝酒，而且对人生毫无目标 aimless， 所以就加入了。那令他震惊 shock 的是，他每天早上都会提早到，并且坐在垫子上面。那真的说服他喜欢上这堂课，是因为每一个进去教室的人都会注意到他，而且都会跟他打招呼。那来宾刚用 sold me on it， 不是在说被卖什么东西，而是在表达他被说服了。那来宾也提到他的课程当中希望可以保留这种风气，因为大家会打招呼这件事情并没有特别被要求，但因为他很热衷 big on it， 所以他希望可以在教室中也有这样子的氛围。我们继续来听接下来的专访吧。
So let's start with a little bit about your competition level, because I love to share with our audience, what is BJJ competition like here for a foreigner or anyone curious about the sport here?
So there's a couple big national tournaments a couple times a year. But what I'm really trying to do is get up my own no-gi submission only matches, which is the way to get an audience going. Because a jiu-jitsu tournament, man, they're so boring. Like, nobody's paying to watch.
Okay.
It's just you wait around for hours, and the rules are confusing. It's like, why did that guy win? Sometimes you can tell. Sometimes the guy gets strangled, and you're like, oh, obviously he didn't win.
Got it.
But sometimes it's really confusing. And so what the future and what I'm really trying to promote is you take off the gi, and you're wearing rash guards.
Yes, that's
like
what I've seen
surfing.
most of the time when you are competing.
Yeah, so this is my style. It's what I'm known for. And in that way, everything's slipperier, so it's a lot more action, and the rules are simpler. It's you go until someone gets submitted, and if no one gets submitted, there's no winner.
Got it. Draw.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. So that's called no-gi.
No-gi,
gi being
submission
the
only.
kind of white cloth that a competitor
people
will
who can imagine a karate competitor wearing that real traditional.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. And so, so you want to kind of bring up the no-gi competitive aspect in Taiwan.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And make it more fun for audiences to enjoy and engage.
Yes.
Super cool, man. And so a big aspect of that is getting more people into the sport. And so you've been actually coaching, instructing now as well for a while. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been instructing all totally underground. And so it's just real fun. I teach some friends at home. I teach some private lessons. I teach around the island sometimes. Bearsden, Taichung, what up? Kaohsiung, BJJ, big friends of mine.
Yeah.
And I've just been real lucky, man. Like people want to learn jiu-jitsu. There's a big hunger for it. I think as people spend more time online, this in-person interaction really hits hard.
You know? I love it. And yeah, no, you can't use technology. It's just you and the other person, or really you and yourself as you learn more and more of the techniques, right?
Yeah, but this human-to-human connection is really valuable, and it's becoming more and more rare. And so people who come to jiu-jitsu, they get addicted real fast, and they're not sure why. Now, there's a lot of things going on there, but the main one is you're with someone, you're feeling their energy, you're touching them, your nervous systems are co-regulating, is the big key word.
Look at this neuroscientist over here. I'm big into neuroscience, bro.
And then you're learning something impossible, you know? Same way people get addicted to chess or music. People love things that are really impossible to master. Chinese is kind of like this. Nobody thinks their Chinese is that good, even Chinese speakers. They're all just like, oh, it's a lot.
It's a great analogy, too, yeah, because you were kind of saying the more you learn, the more the sport grows, and you realize that, yeah, you're really loving the process, which is, that's a great metaphor for our lives. You gotta just love the process.
Yeah, and jiu-jitsu is special in this way. It's the only martial art that's evolving in front of our eyes. You know?
Interesting. So like people are learning new techniques.
It's stagnant. Muay Thai, you can't do new kicks. Like they're established. But jiu-jitsu is all the time. The rules are changing. There's no governing body, and the techniques are changing. Like all of a sudden, there's just a new choke. It's like, all right, we got to learn this now.
The lineage of martial. Wow. It's fascinating, man. You just so beautifully said that it is that connection, that regulation of nervous systems. What are maybe the top 3 things that you've learned through BJJ that you could apply to life now?
Oh, man. So the big thing with jiu-jitsu, what's happening in it is you're getting strangled, and so you're submitting all the time. That's a big thing. You can do this on camera. I can strangle you and you tap. And so the big lesson through this is the big lesson.
Uh-oh. It's coming, isn't it?
The big lesson is when things get overwhelming, it's okay to tap out, but you got to keep coming back and trying. You don't tap out and then you're done.
Right.
You tap out, you're in over your head, and you tap out as soon as it's too much. You know,
that's beautiful. Yeah. So
and like
great
one day I can apply this to relationships with women or life, jobs.
There we go. Yeah, tap out those women.
No, but like when you're in a situation, you're just like, I'm in way over my head. I gotta go take a walk.
Yeah.
And you gotta come back and keep trying. You gotta, with your family, sometimes it's a bit too much. I don't know about you. My family, sometimes it's a bit too much.
Yeah, bro. And
it's okay. You can tap out. You can try again later. You can go home. You can learn a little bit, come back stronger, try again, fail again. And so it's this idea of failing up. Every time you tap, you get better.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah. Failing up.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. That just keep repeating. But in a way, too, you're not just repeating, hopefully, the same mistakes for too long. Hopefully, as you fail up, you're learning. Maybe what did you do wrong? What can you do better?
Failing in the presence of a teacher who's helping. Yeah.
Ooh, man. Great metaphors for probably anything you guys want to learn in life. That's that deliberate practice, right? We talk about that a lot.
巴西柔道有一些大型的国际赛事，那1年之中会举办几次。但来宾想要创造一个不穿训练服 （no gi）、纯报名制 （submission only） 的比赛，因为这样才会有观众。那以往传统的赛事其实都蛮无聊的，不会有人特别付费去看。那因为通常要等好几个小时，而且规则又很令人困惑，那看的人只会想说，为什么他会赢？或是除非某个人可能被勒住之类，就会比较明显一点。那来宾觉得反而不要穿训练服，要改穿一些紧身防磨衣 rash guard 会比较好，因为这样就会比较滑 slippery， 然后才会有比较多动作。然后规则的话就会比较简单，就是一直进攻直到有人降服 submitted。那如果没有降服就没有赢家。来宾会在各地教课，也会接一些私人课程。那他认为现在大多数的人因为花很多时间在网络上，所以这种能够见到真人的运动跟武术深得人心。那他认为很多人接触巴西柔术后会上瘾，但他们可能自己都不知道为什么。那来宾推测的是因为其实人跟人之间的连结变得很珍贵， 而且巴西柔术会一直感受到对方的能量，而且会有肢体接触，因此我们的神经系统会凝结 coagulate。 那其实巴西柔术就有点像音乐跟西洋棋，这些都是无法被精通 master， 那其实就会因为这样子而深深爱上这种感觉。那来宾也认为中文算是一个无法精通的语言，即使是母语人士。那他也提到巴西柔术是唯一一个在演变的武术，像其他的泰拳、空手道都有制定的规则跟技巧。那来宾说巴西柔术是一个一直会勒住，所以一直要处于一个降服的状态。那他认为这就跟人生一样，有时候会觉得难以承受 overwhelming， 但这时候认输也是没关系的。那他会用 tap out 去形容，是因为在武术当中这个代表是拍击地面认输的动作。然后他也提到其实认输后可以休息一下，晚点再试也没关系。那这能套用在亲情、感情、工作上都可以，因为每次重新来过都会更好。我们继续来听接下来的专访吧。
Nice, man. Well, do you mind if we switch gears a little bit to kind of the story of we've had now in multiple countries, but why Taiwan for you?
Taiwan has the best tea in the world.
The tea. Yes.
So every single day I'm drinking tea. I got my pot, I got my tea dealers, and it's a big, important practice. And I swear by it, man. I think there's real magic in it, and I'm real glad that not many people are into it. Because when I first came to Taiwan, I heard about Taiwan in a tea shop. And so I thought when I got here...
In San Diego, right?
In San Diego.
Yeah.
I thought everybody here would be doing the Gung Fu cha, the Lao Ren cha. I thought everyone had their table in the office making tea all the time. Showed up, oh, it's boba. Or like people are drinking coffee. I was like so shocked. And it's a real amazing practice that I really recommend to everybody. Yeah, and Taiwan's just the best place in the world for it.
Yeah, so you have a whole process right there of, it's a morning ritual kind of, or all throughout the day?
Oh, I drink throughout the day, but the morning's the important one. It's about an hour. I drink the entire kettle's worth of water, and it's imbibing the incredible chi of ancient forests. Literally.
I love that. It's so you.
Yeah.
It's so you. You drink a whole kettle of water.
Sometimes two, depending on the day.
Oh, dude, so hydrated. I love it.
Yeah.
Your journey here now as a coach and as a competitor, you're probably using Mandarin and English a lot on this journey. Is that right?
I speak mostly Chinglish.
Hey, me too. That's the way.
Yeah, I've gotten some good Chinese phrases to like help motivate people or like get some philosophy in them. But the actual teaching of jiu-jitsu, I do it in English and mostly through pantomime. And I did this, I think this is a good way to learn jiu-jitsu because my first teacher didn't speak English either. He was Brazilian. And so you just kind of, you go, a pant, a grip, ahoo. And so I do a little more than that. But to teach a whole class in Chinese is a big goal of mine that feels very far away.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And so thinking too, yeah, like, I mean, is everyone welcome in that sense because it is such a non-verbal sport in a way, right?
Absolutely. So this is a big thing, like part of the co-regulation of nervous systems is your brain adapts to focus on a certain situation. So once you know the goal, you know what we're doing, you understand a little bit of jiu-jitsu, you get exactly what we're going for and the details you can see. I'm putting my hand here, I'm pushing here, oh, step this way. You can pick them up. And a good thing about a jiu-jitsu gym is it's a community. So sure, my Chinese isn't so good, but his Chinese is better. His Chinese is the best. He can translate sometimes. He knows other words to translate. And so someone could come in speaking no Chinese. No English. I've had students like this. And it's just, okay, so now this is your sister, this is your brother. You guys help them more. You know what I'm talking about. You've been to class a bunch. You know this move better than me. You help. And so it's really supportive. Like, I don't feel the pressure like I have to speak Chinese to everybody because that would be too much, man. Like, I couldn't do it.
That's beautiful, man. Yeah, that communal teaching aspect of it, really. That's very tribal, right? In that way, like, hey, now this is your brother, this is your sister, take care of them. Make sure they're understanding and coming along with us. Oh, I love that. It's super cool.
And every once in a while I'll see them teaching them something. I'll be like, what are you teaching them? Don't. Okay, you're done.
Revoke their brother sister status.
Switch.
It's fascinating, man. You were telling me too, you know, I didn't know why you were in Thailand at that time. You reminded me you were training potentially to become a Muay Thai fighter at that time, like a professional full-on fighter. Is that right?
Yeah, I was living and training at the Santai Muay Thai Academy outside Chiang Mai, Sankampeng, Thailand.
Hey.
And I was there for 2.5 months before I met you. And so what kind of got me out of it was 3 things in quick succession. I went to see a fight, and in Muay Thai fights, you can get really close to the ring because they're pretty casual. And this guy was in there, and he was dancing. He was so good, man. He was dancing, he was jiving, he's making fun of his opponent, just clowning on him. 2 Thai guys. And mid-dance, the guy, I thought this guy was so good. He took a head kick, fell down, and he was unconscious in an impossible way. He was at my eye level, staring at me with dead eyes. This man had no consciousness in him, locked eyes with me, and it freaked me out so much. I kept training, I stuck with it, I started sparring, and every time I would spar, I would see stars. Sparring is you have gloves on and you're trying to hit somebody and they're trying to hit you.
Yeah, like hard.
And it can be friendly. I did not have any friends at the gym. I was hitting these Thai guys and they were not.
They're hitting you back.
They were hitting me. And I've heard a lot of ideas about this. Some people think it's like a neck strength thing. Like maybe I got too much of a skinny neck, so my brain's wobbling. But at this time, Joe Rogan, who I've been listening to since before that, he was on a big head injury kick where he was having on doctors, like talking about head injuries, talking to fighters. And so I just had these 3 things in my head, like the guy who was so good with dead eyes, I'm seeing stars, and Rogan's all talking about like the long-term effects of brain injury. And so it was just not for me. I was like, I got to protect my brain. I do love this training. I love training hard. I like running in rice fields. I like sleeping at the gym, but can't be doing it, man.
Yeah. And so it's beautiful too because BJJ, more technical. It's very methodical. It's chest movements.
Yeah.
You're training your mind, not hurting your mind.
Right. So jiu-jitsu is the hardest sparring possible that you can do every single day.
Yeah, because
Muay Thai guys cannot take head kicks every day.
Oh.
Boxers cannot strike every single day. Judo and wrestling can go full speeds, kinda, but their bodies fall apart. Jiu-jitsu guys still incorporate injuries, but no head damage, no brain damage, and you can do it every single day.
Yeah, and you do.
And I do.
I think you trained this morning, right?
I trained this morning. I'm training tomorrow morning. I'm training Friday morning. I'm training Saturday morning. I'm training Sunday.
7 day. You do 7 day a week?
Monday and Tuesday sometimes. Yeah.
Got it. Wow, powerful stuff, guys. Well, my man, it's great to reconnect with you.
Yeah,
Where
man.
can people maybe reach out to you to train with you or to learn more about BJJ?
If anybody's interested, reach out to me on Instagram. My name is just my name, Marshall Stamper. And yeah, I love talking to people about it. I love introducing people to it. I run events around the island, and I offer private lessons.
Here we go.
来宾说，台湾拥有全世界最好的茶，而且他每一天都会喝茶，因为他觉得这是一个很重要的习俗 practice。那来宾对于很少人知道这件事情，其实蛮开心的，因为这样就没有人跟他抢了。那在美国的茶店，他第一次听到台湾的时候，他以为台湾大家都会泡功夫茶跟老人茶，但他其实是蛮推荐大家试试看这个习俗的，尤其是因为台湾是全世界最适合的地方。那其实他一整天下来都会喝茶，但他早上的时候觉得是最重要的，所以他都会花1个小时，并且喝完1整壶。那他也觉得其实他喝完了之后，觉得是喝掉整个森林的气息。来宾也提到，因为在台湾教课的关系，大部分的时间都是用 Chinglish， 也就是中英参半。那他有强调他自己学会了一些激励人心的中文片语去鼓励学生，让他们接触一些比较哲学的理念。只是实际上的柔道教学还是用英文跟哑剧 pantomime 来表达。来宾表示他的目标是希望可以全程用中文教课，但可能还需要一点时间。他也觉得柔术像一个社团，就算是完全不会英文的人也没关系，因为会有其他比较有经验的人帮忙解说跟翻译。那 John 想起来，当时来宾会在泰国是因为他正在准备成为一个泰拳的职业选手。那来宾说他当时在清迈不远的地方受训了2个月，但他当时决定不继续的原因是因为他去了一场拳击赛，但因为泰拳都蛮近距离的，他记得当时他认为很厉害的那位选手被膝盖打到头部之后就整个昏倒了。那这时候的选手是完全不省人事的，但他的眼神却死死的盯着来宾，所以他就被吓坏了。那接着只要他在练习对打 spar 的时候，他就会眼冒星星。那最后就是因为他常听了乔瑟夫·罗根一位综合格斗主持人的分析关于头部受伤后的后遗症，他就认为说这或许不太适合他。那后来他也发现其实武术当中只有巴西柔术可以每天的练习，并且不会受太严重的伤。那我们继续来听接下来的专访吧。
Alright, my man. Well, a question I love to end with is a philosophical one. If you could go back and talk to a younger Marshall, pre-Taiwan, pre-BJJ, would there be any advice you give yourself about life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness?
Absolutely, man. I'll just tell him, breathe deeply. That's it, man.
I've been working on breathing deeply lately.
It helps a lot.
Being present.
Yeah. Breathe deeply, calm down.
Yes.
Everything else is in motion.
Wisdom. All right, my brother. Well, thank you for joining us today on the NG English Show.
Oh, my pleasure.
You guys know where to find him. Please reach out. He does incredible coaching. He's a huge advocate around the island and just a very calm, present, exciting presence. All sorts of different moods and energies, and he will choke you out.
最后来宾会跟年轻的自己说，记得深呼吸并且冷静下来，其他的事物都会持续运作的，就等于是顺其自然啦。那听完来宾的故事之后，只能说这反差真的蛮大的，从早上泡茶到差点成为泰拳的职业选手，感觉就是2个不同的人。那我们就谢谢今天的来宾 Marshall。
All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining us on the show. We'll talk to you next time. Peace. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on the NG English Show. You know where to find my man Marshall or myself, John Drummond 89, wherever you can find us. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you next time. Peace. All right. Well, that is our NG English Show for today. We hope everyone enjoyed listening to that. You can connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now Spotify. You can search NG Ingwen, or you can search on IG NG English ICRT. And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday morning from 6:30 to 7 and Wednesday night from 9 to 9:30. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye-bye.